I've got a chicken. I really do. Got a whole chicken, and that's the topic of our video today, is food photography on a chicken. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because there's a video blogger from Singapore named Jajue, who a while back did a food photography shoot for a roast chicken. But what amazed me about it was they didn't roast the chicken that they photographed. They painted it to look roasted. And the reason they did this was because they said the real roast chicken, and they actually showed a real roast chicken as an example, looked all dried out and had torn skin and all that, and it looked basically awful. Well, my theory on this is that they just cooked it wrong. You can do a really good photo shoot with a real roast chicken, as long as you cook it right. So in this video, I'm going to cook a roast chicken the right way and compare it against their roast chicken to see which one looks better. I hope mine wins, but we'll see. I'll be totally honest about it, whichever way it turns out. So that is today's roast chicken challenge after this message that helps support this YouTube channel. Now, the first step to properly cooking a roast chicken is to dry it. And I don't mean just roughly pat it dry. I mean just make sure it is bone dry with a paper towel, that there's no moisture anywhere on it or in it. You'll have to dig inside of it with a paper towel also to dry out the inside. The reason for this is that any moisture inside of this thing or outside of this thing will evaporate in the oven and take the moisture inside with it. And the whole point of all this is to make sure that that moisture is locked into the chicken. And this is the same technique as you'd use on a roast turkey at Thanksgiving in the US here. So make sure, and this is going to take me several more minutes, make sure everything inside and out is totally bone dry. The next step, now that the chicken's all dry, is to cover it inside and out with oil of some kind. I'm using olive oil. That'll help lock in the moisture into the chicken and keep from what happened to them from happening. Also mix it with spices. I'm going to use garlic and salt and pepper. And this will help caramelize the skin and again, really lock in the moisture. So first, let's pour oil on it and just rub it all over, inside and out. And again, this is going to take a while. Now the last step is to protect it from burning. It's going to be in the oven at 450 degrees. This is using a high heat technique that again helps lock in the moisture. But it'll burn if you do that, so I'm going to cover the main part in foil and just let it cook, and also anything that needs extra protection like the wingtips and the ends of the legs. Okay, now it's ready for the oven. I'll put it in for, I'm going to try checking it at about an hour and 15. It'll probably take quite a bit longer than that. But at the end of that, we'll know if I beat the food photographer in that video. Well, the chicken's done. I've taken the picture. Now let's take a look at how it looks and compare it with their chickens. So, first one up is my chicken. So you can see it's cooked very evenly and it looks nice and moist. And so now let's compare it against their real roast chicken, and you can see it's just overcooked and dry. And that's why the skin separated right there. And they even got a hole in the leg, as they pointed out. But now the crucial thing is, how does it compare against their painted chicken? So here is their painted chicken. And I'd say their painted chicken looks really good. In fact, I think it really does look better than my real roast chicken. So it comes down to a matter of what's appropriate for the situation. I think if you're doing a magazine cover for, Better Homes and Gardens, which is an American magazine for homemakers, I guess, I think the painted chicken is really the way to go. But if you're doing a photo shoot for a restaurant, it's really better whenever you can to photograph their real food. Some exceptions, maybe ice cream or something, you may not want to use real ice cream because it melts. But I think for this chicken, I think the right way to go is the real chicken for a restaurant and a painted chicken for a magazine. So I hope you had fun with that. I had a lot of fun myself. It was a real challenge, hoping that it would come out better than the painted chicken, which I don't think it really did. The painted chicken looks really, really good. So anyway, I will come up with another video. The next one will be on astrophotography, more not so much taking the photos, but on the equipment you need to take photos. So look forward to that, hopefully sometime in February. And thanks a lot for watching, thanks a lot for subscribing, and I shall talk to you real soon.